We're going to go into the 10 note away minor 7. 10 note away minor 7. So this one is the 7 means that it's the 7 note in the scale, and the minor should mean that it's going to be a flattened major. So the major was 11 note away, major 7. Now we have a 10 note away, which makes it a minor 7. It is an odd note, so it would be the same like numbering in the chord construction, although it's not part of the normal triad. So we have the 1, 3, 5, and the next logical thing is to add the 7, which at least still makes sense because it's the 7 from a chord construction standpoint as well, although, again, not part of the normal triad. So that's that. So let's do that. So we're going to say, all right, if I go forward on the same string, it would be 10 notes. That's too far. So let's take the inverse distance going behind it, which would be 12 minus 10, or 2 back. So 1, 2 back, boom, 1, 2 back. So if I went from G to A, that would be a 2 note away, which would be a major second, but from A to G, therefore, would be a 10 note away minor 7. Now remember, this 10 note away minor 7 is particularly important for many, kinds of musics, including like bluesy type music. So it's going to give you that kind of bluesy feel, which is common in like a lot of American music, it seems to me, and in rock and whatever. So, and the reason it's on the minors, the 10 note away minors. So that means all the minor modes have it. That's going to be the Dorian, the Phrygian, and of course the Aeolian, which is the minor scale, the main minor. But also on the majors, when we think about the major scale, the blues major scale is the Mixolydian. So remember, when you think about a major blues and you try to add that flavor of like a bluesy thing, what do? You kind of muddy up the third of a major scale, blending it between a major and a minor, and you go from a major 7 to a minor 7. And if you go from the modal standpoint of a major 7 to a minor 7, you're basically playing a Mixolydian mode, right? And one way you can think of the blues is you're going from a 1, 4, 5, going from a Mixolydian mode to a Mixolydian mode to a Mixolydian mode, as though it's the one of the Mixolydian on each of them, but you're starting, right? That's one way that you can kind of think of it. Or you can think of it as though you're in the major scale, but you're throwing in the flat 7. So you're just saying, okay, I'm in whatever the major scale is, but I'm flattening the 7, which once again is this interval. So it's going to be kind of important in that sense. So it's in there in all the minors, and it's going to blend the major into like a minor feel when you're doing, that kind of style. All right, that's at least my interpretation of it. I'm not like I don't have a degree in music theory or anything, but so take my music theory for what it's worth here with a grain of salt or something. But let's go up. Let's say we go up 1 here. So now we're going to go up 1. So I'm looking to go up, and I'm looking for a 10 note away minor 7. And if I go up, I have to look for the inverse distance, which is going to be 10 or 12 minus 10, which is 2. So this is -5, 4, 3, 2. So let's count it this way. So it's going to be from here, -5, 4, 3, 2. So boom. So top to bottom would be a 2 note away major second. Therefore, bottom to top would be a 10 note away minor 7. So that means if I go up 1 string, the 10 note away minor 7 is 1, 2, 3 frets forward, unless I cross the fault line, which would only happen on the B string down here. In which case, because this tectonic plate shifted forward, it's going to be closer. So the rule is the 10 note away minor 7, if I go up 1 string, will be 3 frets forward unless I cross the fault line, which only happens on the B string, in which case if I go up 1 string and cross the fault line, the 10 note away minor 7 is only 2 frets forward. All right, let's go up 2 strings. So if I go up 2 strings, it's back here. So if I go up 2 strings, I'm looking for the 10 note away minor 7, have to look for the inverse distance, which is 12 minus 10, or 2. So this would be -5, -10, and then backwards is going to go more negative, -11 and 12 back to the octave. So 12 can convert back to 0, and then 1, 2. Let's count it this way. -5, -10, negative 11, negative 12, or octave, and then 1, 2. So top to bottom from G to A would be a 2-note away major, I'm sorry, wait a second. I went the wrong way. Oh my gosh. All right, let's try it again. Negative 5, negative 10, 10, and then 11, 12, and then 1, 2. Crying out loud. All right, I've been going, this is a long one here. We've been going a while. So from G to A is a 2-note away major second. From A to G, therefore, is a 10-note away minor 7. So if I go up 2 strings, then the 10-note away minor 7 will be 1, 2, 3, 4 frets back unless I cross the fault line, which would happen on the B or the E string. So let's take a look at this A, por ejemplo, and go up 2. Now, because this shifted forward, it's going to be a longer distance, right? So the rule is if I go up 2 strings, then the 10-note away minor 7 will be 1, 2, 3, 4 frets back unless I cross the fault line, which happens on either of the bottom 2 strings, in which case if I go up 2 strings and cross the fault line, the 10-note away minor 7 will be 4 frets back, right? 1, 2, 3, 5 frets back, I'm sorry. So normally it's 4 frets back, 1, 2, 3, 4, unless I cross the fault line, and then it's 5 frets back. Hopefully I got that right. And haven't totally confused anybody, including myself. I know I'm not confused. I know exactly what's happening here. Let's go down 1 string. Now we don't have to take the inverse distance. We can just count out 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for the 10-note away minor 7. Count it out here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So boom, top to bottom. So notice that's a typical reach, and that's kind of like the long reach, right? But it's like a doable thing, especially on the higher part of the guitar. So notice you can also see it like up, just to see it up here where it might be more recognizable. So if you're playing within this, what I would call shape number 1, in like maybe a pentatonic shape, then you can reach outside of the shape, right? There's the end of the shape, and try to reach all the way up to that G right there, to give it that minor 7, which is going to give it that bluesy feel. Almost sounds like a major blues, but it's the same as the minor because that's, you're throwing in the minor 7 interval, which is totally cool to play in the minor blues or whatever, minor scale as well. So you can kind of reach out there, and that's, you might, and that also, I also used to think that that's only for people with big hands, man. But you could stretch your fingers out. Just work on stretching the fingers, and you can totally reach that. Most people can reach it. And then if you know, obviously this is a big, as you know, fairly big guitar, I guess, too. So if you're on an electric or something, then you should certainly most likely be able to reach it, I would think, if you stretch your fingers out a little bit. Although it's a little uncomfortable at first, but that's how you grow. You've got to deal with the uncomfortableness until you can do it. All right, so let's go down 2 strings. If I go down 2 strings and cross the fault line, it's 5 and then 10. So let's count it out here. 5 and then 10. So So that's good. So if I go down 2 strings and cross the fault line, the 10-note away minor 7 is 1 fret forward. But what if I don't cross the fault line? What happened on the top 2 strings? So if I was like here, for example, then it would be on the same fret. So if I go down 2 strings, then the 10-note away minor 7 will be on the same fret unless I cross the fault line, which would happen on either the D or the G string, in which case if I go down 2 strings and cross the fault line, the 10-note away minor 7 will be 1 fret forward. All right, last one, and then we have to stop here. Let's go to this one. So enjoy this one. So because then we're going to end it. So it's going to be 10-note away minor 7, 5, 10, and then 15. 15 minus 12 is 3, 2, 1, 0, and then or 12, 12, 11, 10. All right, let's count it here. 5, and then 5, 10, 15. 15 minus 12 is 3, 2, 1, 0, octave, or 12, 12, 11, 10. Back to that G. So that means, so I can also count it going up. So if I went up, then I'd have to look for a 10 note away minor 7. Inverse distance would be 10. 12 minus 10 is 2. So it'd be negative 5, negative 10, negative 11, negative 12, back to the octave, or 0, 1, 2. So I could find it on this string if it would be easier and see that it mirrors on the bottom string. But the bottom line is that if I go down 3 strings, the 10 note away minor 7 will be, and cross the fault line, the 10 note away minor 7 will be 1, 2, 3, 4 frets back. But I might not cross the fault line like if I was on the top string, in which case it would be here. So if I was on the top string, so the rule would be if I go down 1, 2, 3 strings, the 10 note away minor 7 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets back unless I cross the fault line, which would happen like 2 out of the 3 possible times that I could go down 3 strings, in which case if I go down 3 strings and cross the fault line, the 10 note away minor 7 will only be 1, 2, 3, 4 frets back. There you go.